Don Westfall along with Dan McCarger back for one more segment here before we close out the weekend broadcast with a lot of goals to talk about tonight off the sticks of the Mavericks. They outshoot the Chargers tonight by a margin 41 tonight. 41, not a bad total anytime, but obviously defensively you only give up 9 shots on goal. You're going to like your chances. Mavericks do give up the 1 goal tonight, but really benefited from some strong play, some great passing, as you mentioned. And then, Dan, as we take a look at the highlights, we're going to hear about a couple names pretty consistently. Certainly Bryce Gervais had a great weekend, great night tonight.
Well, he certainly did, and that's what Mike Hasty was talking about. He wants these big guys to have big nights, and see Bryce Gervais getting on the bench here. Here's just a great pass off the wall and a deflection to give the Mavericks a 1-0 lead. Now, we get a chance to get another angle of it there.
Yeah, that's Chase Grant back at 13:52 as Nelson and Palmquist assisted on that one.
Now, here's the deflected goal for the only goal for the Chargers on the night. They tie it up 1-1. Next up for the Mavericks will be a power play goal. After we get one more look at this. Power play goal, and this is the game changer as far as I was concerned. Just a beautiful pass again from the wall in the second period. Mavericks on the power play. Good work by Hunter Brinker out front to Gervais, and when he's alone out in front, there's no way you're going to stop that.
Yeah, Hunter Brinker had the only assist there at 11:01. That was a power play tally. Mavericks 1 for 4 tonight with the man advantage. One more look at that, the goal, 3rd of the season for Gervais.
That makes it 2-1 Mavericks. Then just great speed here. A great cross ice pass to Bluger, and he showed the speed and buried that one. Now we're hopping ahead here. Franklin to Bluger from the other side. Just get another look at it there as he tucks it in behind.
That made it 3-1 early in the third for Bluger, his second goal of the year. And then it's going to be Gervais who's going to be able to finish one off here. A shorthanded tally. And shorthanded tally, his second goal of the night.
And Leitner with just a little backhanded pass there, and Gervais going in on alone. And again, Matt LaRose just had no chance. When you've got players of that speed and that ability coming in on you, it's pretty tough. Face-offs big for the Mavericks, 37-15. Mavericks taking just 1 penalty on the night. That's great. 1 for 5 on the power play. They win the shot on goal battle 41-9, and the scoreboard battle as well 4-1.
Yes, 1 for 5. I was wrong on my total. So guys downstairs. So Mavericks 1 for 4 last night, 1 for 5 tonight. And really, the shorthanded goal, the power play goal by Gervais. But while last night, again, as we mentioned, Mavericks put 57 shots on goal tonight, not necessarily the offensive barrage, but the quality of opportunities, the passing, really created the big difference tonight in the goal production.
Well, correct. And the coach said, I want to get guys in front of the net tonight. Well, he got guys alone in front of the net, which is even better than what he was hoping for. He was hoping for shots and bodies deflecting and maybe getting a rebound goal. But what the Mavericks were able to do was get somebody open in front, Gervais twice and Bluger once, where they just skated in on the goaltender with no defender with them. And when they're coming in out alone, I don't think very many goaltenders in the country have a chance.
I'll throw you the biggest softball of the night. Our player of the game, Dan McCarger, is?
Bryce Gervais.
I would have to think so as well. Again, we remind you that our JBL Real Estate Group player of the game is Bryce Gervais with a couple of goals tonight. Contact Mary Kay Gettle at 507-213-1486. With that help from Mary Kay, she can do a lot for you, as will everybody at the JBL Real Estate Group. They do a lot of the little things that make a big difference. So we thank JBL Realty Group for our sponsorship of the player of the game. An easy call for everyone in the building tonight, but again, a really nice kind of team effort by the Mavericks tonight. We talked about the Bluger goal, the nice job by the Mavericks, just obviously doing a great job defensively, only giving up 9 shots on goal. It's a nice way to end the weekend and start to get some momentum going, as the Mavericks, as Coach Hastings talked about, they face a very tough road trip this next weekend going to Bowling Green.
They do, but they took care of business that they had to, and you know that you're building on things. You're starting to see things that you wanted to happen that maybe earlier in the year weren't happening. They're getting good goaltending. They're getting good play from all 4 lines. And look at the out-of-town scores here. Tech sweeps Ferris State over the weekend, 2-1, the final score of the night. Northern Michigan shuts out Lake Superior. St. Cloud, as we mentioned earlier, gives Union their first loss in 17 games. Gophers leading Bemidji in the third. Bowling Green over Clarkson 5-4, and Alaska Anchorage, the Nanooks suffer their first loss of the season, losing to Maine 4-2 tonight. So WCHA standings kind of interesting, but it's awful early.
Awful early, but the important thing, we know the Mavericks again tonight did what they had to do. Might not have necessarily been flashy at times, much better tonight in that regard versus last night. But going into the weekend, there was no way anything but 2 wins were going to work out, and that's what the Mavericks did last night. Again, 3-1 winners tonight, a 4-1 win. Mavericks over Alabama-Huntsville.
You won't win the regular season title in the first month of the season, but you might lose it.
Mavericks did what they had to, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks after that Bowling Green. Mavericks will come back here on the 7th, 8th, and take on Bemidji State. We'll look forward to greeting you at that point. Dan McCarger and Don Westfall, the rest of the students from Beth Lutheran College, we thank you for watching tonight and this weekend. And again, our final score tonight, Minnesota State Mankato 4, Alabama-Huntsville 1. We will see you Friday night the 7th, Mavericks home to take on Bemidji State.